morning, everyone. Sorry, I'm getting this out a little bit late. And this is a different layout than I normally like to do my readings. But right now, one of my cats are sleeping on the reading table. So it is what it is. And I tried to remove her a few times and she just gets it back up there. So she is just definitely wanting to sleep there. So let's do a reading really quick. We're going to do our weekly reading. We're going to talk about our money. We're going to talk about our relationships, the luck that we're going to have, or anything that could help us through the week. And we're going to talk about our challenges. And we're going to look at the best way that we can handle them. And we're going to look at this underlying energy. So, without further ado, I'm going to divide these decks. I cut them in threes. Some people just cut them in half and then I place them back together. And I have different other readings, other styles that I do, but I'll talk about them at a different time. So, our first card we have for our money. This is the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, see this? Eight of Pentacles. That is a beautiful card. And then we have for our relationships, we have the Two of Swords. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see the Two of Swords right there. Oh, it is Monday morning all over. It's just Monday morning. And our luck is the Hermit. And then we have our challenge is the Chariot. That's a beautiful card. Okay, let's talk about these four and then we'll do the rest of the reading. Okay, so first off, we have the Eight of Cups in our money. Now, 8 always reminds me of as above, so below. It's the infinity sign. Pentacles is about the earth. It's about our physical. Okay? So here with this being in our money, it's really going to our money. It's basically saying that, we can be at a comfortable place, but we really have to watch what we are bringing in and what we are putting out. The flow. And what I'm seeing here for this card in this position is there has to be this harmonic flow between the going out and the coming in. So basically the money that you're bringing in and the money that you're going out, there needs to be a little balance here because right now we're having to really consider those things that we need to cut back on. Maybe we need to cut back on some frivolous stuff because, some of us do have some frivolous ways. We do probably spend a little bit more money than we should on things that we shouldn't, right? So this is just telling you to make sure that you are focusing on those things that really matter the most to you and letting go of some things that you can. I'm really feeling this. I just feel the infinity sign up and down. So it's as above, so below. Also with money, we have to really watch our thoughts because if we believe in energy and if we say that, we work with energy, well, then we also have to think about the energy that we place upon things such as money. A lot of people do have a tainted thought of money. Some people think that money is bad. Some people think that, money is the root of all evil. But it's not money being the root of all evil. It's the love of money. It's the greed that is the root of all evil. So we have to change the way that we view money. Money is a form of energy. In this day and time, that is the way that we exchange energy. So if someone has a good that we want, say, someone has a new deck of cards that we want, the way that we would exchange that would be dollars for that deck of cards, right? This is something that we really need to work on, is changing our thought process. Also, I'm broke, man. I'm broke. Well, if you keep saying that over and over, that is going to be your reality. Because here, she's tipping her head over, and she's wanting us to look at our thoughts. This is also a nest, and we'll get to that in a minute. But with our thoughts, we really have to change the way that we view money. Money itself is not bad. It's just a means of energy transference during this world that we are living in right now. So we need to understand that it's not bad. It's just how we use it. We always want to categorize things good or bad. But if we really think of energy along the lines of nature, nature is neither good or bad. It is both loving and cruel at the same time. What is, the saying that I completely love, what is chaos for the fly is order for the spider. So we have to change the way that we see money. Money is an exchange. It is an exchange of energy. Many people, they don't charge for readings because they feel like, well, we should. I don't agree with any of that. I don't agree with doing anything that exerts your energy without some form of exchange. There has to be some form of exchange. This is give and take. Now, are there things that I do for free? Oh, of course there are. Of course, there's many things that I do for free. There's many times I help people out, and I'm sure you as well. But at the same time, in order for people to respect our wares, respect us, we have to teach them to do that. And this is what we need to learn as well, is we need to learn how to respect money and understand what it's about. That is one of the things that really irks me with the pagan community, because everybody expects everything to be free. Everything is not free. This, even though, these cards could have been given to me. Somebody paid for them. Somebody spent the time to design these, to print these. It wasn't free. It wasn't free for those people, because people make things in order to make money, right? And that's what we have to really look at. We have to look at the reality of things. As above, so below. There is nothing in this world for free. So watch your exchanges. Also, make sure, you're doing that little nest egg as well. Make sure you are energetically harmonizing with money. Again, money is not bad itself. It's just a form of energy. Energy is energy. It's neither good nor bad. It is your perspective that changes that. The ball is in your court to determine if it's good or bad. Money is a simple energy exchange. And stop going around wanting everything free. Free, free, free. Take care of yourself. Be self-sufficient. Be sovereign. You want free. You want to be free and be able to do what you want to do. Well, then pay your own way. Don't expect others to go out of the way and take care of you. Okay. I know I have a lot with this because, again, I see this a lot in the pagan communities. They want everything free. There is nothing in this world for free. Nothing. Even if you walked out into the woods and went foraging for mushrooms, went foraging for herbs, that plant is still giving its life to you. So there's an exchange. So now let's get to our relationships. We have the Two of Swords. Now, this is very, very self-explanatory. The Two of Swords is, swords is about communication. There's some kind of communication that needs to be cut off. Stop wasting your energy on people that just don't understand you, that don't understand your viewpoints. That I see people all the time online here lately, especially with all of this different political stuff, arguing about this, that, and the other. And I understand debate. I love a healthy debate. I think debates are awesome. But when two people are just screaming at each other, there's not communication. And unfortunately, when it comes up, when it comes to the point of what people believe, if they're just arguing back and forth, you know that they're not going to change their mind. Conversations are good. But if both people are so set in their ways that they're not going to change. You see, these scissors are very hard. These are hard. These are physical, right? They also cut through things. So if you're just arguing with people and you're not doing you're not actually going anywhere, it's time to cut it off. And I feel that this is really going into our relationships need to have very clear communication with them. And as a teacher, I struggle with this sometimes because I'm trying to communicate with people, but if they don't give proper feedback or if they say they don't understand, I can't help them understand anymore unless they let me know. And that is good. That is what we want. We want clear, precise communication. But when you're arguing, like all of this online arguing that people do, it's just like Twitter. Twitter is just like a cesspool to me. It's really bad. But it's time to stop that. You really need to pay attention to your energy. And, if you're sick, then you need to take care of your body. You do not need to be out fighting with people because that is not good. We need to really be mindful of that. I see people all the time, oh, I believe in energy. Yes, I'm an energy worker and all this. And then their actions prove otherwise. You can't do both. You have to pick a side when it comes to this. So there is definitely some relationships that you might need to cut off. There is some relationships that need to have some more clarity with that, maybe some clarity with communication. That's what swords are about, is communication. So I do see that it is time to Mercury is now out of retrograde, and I know people's like, oh God, Mercury. Well, Mercury represents messages. It represents communication in all forms, and it also relates to commerce. So we have to consider that, because again, if you're going to believe in energy, believe in energy. So Mercury is out of retrograde, so I do feel that there is some greater clarity to communication that's going to be coming about. We have, Pluto has stationed and moved direct. Jupiter, Mercury, and I believe Saturn did. I want to feel that it did, but we have all these planets moving forward, especially with our around our full moon that we had last week. So there is a lot of clarity that's being had right now. There's a lot of clarity that's needed, and you need to cut those communications off that really just are not serving you, that are not doing you well. And you need to, with those relationships that you are wanting to go forward, you really need to make sure that you are communicating very clear. Okay, now for our luck, we have the Hermit. So, the Hermit card, you see how he is shining his own light. This is very, very beneficial for our luck. We're going to start looking more into us, and this is the dark half of the year that's coming as well. We We are also going to be having a new moon, let's see, next week. I think it's on the 4th. Yes, it's on the 4th of November, our new moon in Scorpio. And this is telling us that for our luck, things that's going to help us is maybe meditating. You need to shine your own light. Sometimes we can look too far outside of ourselves for things that we need to be looking inside of ourselves for, such as love, such as self-fulfillment. We tend to always want to seek things to make us happy, seek people to make us complete. And we have to understand that, we are already complete. We need to shine our own light. The hermit is always willing to take themselves to the next level. It's pulling inside, seeing what we need to do, what we don't need to do. And for this, it's going to be the answers that we are seeking are going to be within us. Excuse me, I do apologize. My throat is just giving me issues this morning. So, but with this and our luck, it's really we're going to have better luck pulling in and meditating and setting with our issues. And, don't look outside of yourself. The answers are going to be found within. And our challenge is the Chariot. And this is a beautiful card. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's not like your typical Chariot card at all. Make sure I'm getting this focused. And it does have the Chariot in there. This is so pretty. That has reds, purples, yellows, blues, and browns. So there's so many different colors within this. There's red for passion. Don't forget what you're going after. And there's purple, connect to your higher self and make sure that you are the brown and grounded within what you are wanting. And this is saying that, don't be too quick to give up. Many times when we are almost getting it, it's like, what is that? Oh goodness, I don't want to butcher that. It's about boiling water, and I cannot think of the correct quote. It's something about anyway. This is basically saying that our challenge is we're going to want to give up. We're going to want to throw in the towel. We're going to want to say that we just can't give no more. But we need to go on. We need to understand where we're going. We need to be reminded that of who we are and what we are wanting to do. There's so much that's going on in this card, and we need to remember our foundation as well, because I'm seeing all of the different signs of, I'm seeing earth, air, fire, water. I'm seeing spirit. I'm seeing all of these just poured in here, and maybe you might have some confusion. Maybe you might feel like you're just ready to give up, but don't. That it's waiting for you, but you may not be through yet, but you're almost there. If that makes any sense. That's what came to my head. So I want to pull another card saying, where this is going. How can we have help with this challenge? Okay, and this is the Ten of Swords. Oh, Ten of Swords. You see all the swords that are in the ground there? With this card, it's not your typical tarot. In the typical tarot and the Ten of Swords, it is someone laying down with the swords in their back, which is basically about a defeatment. But it's not. You're not defeated. Understand that we all need to have a rest. We all need to take a break. Um, we all need that time. So take it. The way to deal with your challenge is step by step. And you also need to get those people out of your life that talk negative to you or are just trying to find a way how you can't succeed. You know, I may not agree with everything that my friends want to pursue. I may think, well, that's not for me, but I don't, but at the same time, I want their happiness. I want them to be happiness. If that's what they want, then I hope they get it. As long as, they're not harming themselves. Now, of course, I don't want them harming themselves, but at the same time, we want to support our friends, or we should, to go forward and have the best in life. And for those people, those relationships that always talk negative to us, that always have some kind of negative connotation, be careful what you're communicating with them. Cut off that communication. Sometimes it's not easy just to cut people off, but you know what? You don't have to talk to them about everything. That's your choice. You don't have to talk to them about everything. There's certain family members of mine that don't agree with everything I do, but guess what? I don't talk to them about everything I do. I tell them I love them. I'm an adult about it. I love you. I miss you. That's great. If they don't agree with something that I'm doing, I'm not going to sit there and keep talking to them about it. And here, take a rest from that. This is a death moth. I love death moths. Isn't that pretty? So for this card, the way to deal with that challenge is just to get rid of the static, get rid of the ill-willed static in your life. And again, you don't have to completely write people out of your life. Just choose what you talk to them about. You can do that. Now, the card on the bottom of the deck, okay, is the Seven of Wands. I'm just going to pick this up so I can hold it better and show you. The Sevens of Wands. This is the underlying energy here. And this is saying that there's something that's coming about. There's something that's growing. We're having to wait for the harvest. It's not quite there yet. Seven is the seeker. He's the seeker of all seekers, and he is going to find the truth. And this is about being patient and waiting for things to unravel, to open in their own timing, to allow that process. We can't force it. There's many times that we can't see the future because we would force it in a direction that would actually mess it up. Many times, we get in our own way. We can very much, we're humans. We can get in our own way. And this is saying that, there's something else here. There's something else here. Allow this unfolding. Pay attention. Be mindful. Again, you don't have to always talk about everything. Maybe have your few friends. You have those few friends that you can talk to, that you can relate to. You do that. You don't talk to people that are not, that don't understand, they don't have that same viewpoint that you have. They don't have that same, journey. That's just it. We always want to judge people, but that's their journey. That is their journey. And who are we to get in the way of them? Well, sure, if they come to us and they ask our advice, well, sure, then we're going to give it. But, and that's the same. If you're going to go to people who are never on your side to ask for advice on what you're doing, that is your fault. That is you. If you are a risk taker and you come from a family that just really are just the status quo, they don't like to take risk, then don't talk to them about your love to take risk. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like the obvious, but sometimes we just can't see what's in front of our face. So, anyway, I am going to close with that, and I hope you enjoyed that. This reading was a little different. Like I said, I'm not in my space. I have my little bumpkin back there. She's still passed out on my reading table, and she was soaking wet this morning, so I had to get her in and dry her off, and now she's in here sleeping with me. So I'm just going to let her be with that. So I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful week. Remember, I mean, people have a field day when you say things like, don't cast your pearls before swine. And it's not being mean. It's just, don't waste it on people that don't get it. That's not being ugly. That's being real. Don't waste things. Don't waste your ideas. Don't waste your time on people that don't appreciate it, don't understand it, and are just going to ridicule you and keep you constantly in arguments and just all of that. So, have a great week, and thank you so much, and many blessings to you all.